So we're looking to XRP. Let's look. So bad news for XRP holders because this is a weak structure. We test this level, and I think we will see here a horrible crash to the downside. If you look more inside, then you can recognize that this here is a weak structure. Let me look here to BTC. Let me look. So yeah, you can see if I analyze this then very detailed so that you see here some lines. But for me it's important to understand the structure here between BTC and XRP. We're starting from this point. Yeah. Let me look, it's 22 of January. Let's look, that was these levels. Yeah, you can see this is a very, very bad structure. Yeah, you can see that is our, let me look. If I look to this, let me look this inside. Yes, I would not say that is a good structure. If you look here to this structure, this is a weak structure. What we can see from this structure, I would say something like that, and then be testing these levels here to the downside. Yeah, and if you look here more inside, let me look here, then you can recognize that the negative trend line. Let me look. I need here seconds. It's difficult here. So now it's working. So if you look here, we have here a really, really bad negative trend line. Yeah. So some of you would now argument, okay, we have this negative trend line, and the next move is in this direction. But I would not say that this here is that exactly this negative trend line. So I think we have to look here a little bit more inside. Yeah, and that's what I think we could reach here this level. Yeah, so I think we could even break this to the downside here. Yeah, something like that. Let me look. So if we're landing here, then I would prefer that we see something like that, and then we could test here this level. So if you look from the negative side, then we have a little bit signs that we could reach here this level in direction of 10 cent. Yeah. So if you look from the positive side, then we could, after the fall or drop to 10 cent, yeah, go back to these levels, because if you look here, then you can recognize we have a good resistance, yeah, and good support. If you look here, support, yeah, resistant, break. Yeah, so I think break, resistant, go back to these levels. And then I would say it's too early to say, okay, we have to break this, yeah, something like that. This is too early. I would say the whales, they could stretch this. Yeah, this is okay. Situation, quick situation to the downside, and then they could stretch this until 2023. So we have to look, maybe this or this, one of them is that, because this, if we get this or this, decides from this. Yeah. So if we dropping really hard to the downside to go to 13 cent, then the next step is to go back and forming here left shoulder head and right shoulder formation. So if this manipulate, then we're going here to the right side. Yeah, so I think we could get something like that. And then I would say, okay, we break here the negative trend line here. The big negative trend line that goes here from these points. Yeah. To fall here or drop to the negative sides is not possible. Yeah. So that I think, if we break here the 39 cent level, that we go back to the positive area and stay here on this negative channel, I would say. Yeah, something like that, until next year. And at the beginning of the next year, we could test these levels here again, 57. So if you asking me what will happen after that, then I would say we will get here something like that. Yeah. Why? Because this year is a big hammer. Yeah. If we get here a big hammer, then normally we could break this to these levels. Yeah. So, and the benefit of this structure is we have a left shoulder head and a right shoulder formation. Yeah. And then we could test these levels here. So I would say for the first is enough. Yeah. We have to look to key levels. Yeah. Especially if you compare here BTC and XRP. You can see the price is going here sideways and try to make a stable situation, but you can not see the same structure here at the XRP. And if you compare, then you see here horrible formation. Let's look, 28th of March. Yeah, okay, you can see the structure here similar like BTC, but this is not a good structure. Yeah, if you look here, we have the same situation here. Have a nice day.